Hey everyone, thank you for joining in and welcome my lovelies to Frankly I Don't Give a Fork or Twitch channel. Today we're just going to be doing something a little relaxed. We have some people that are actually interested in joining our D&D Legion campaign, and I wanted to put out a few YouTube and Twitch videos to make your lives easier. We use Discord for audio and our video. We use D&D Beyond for our character sheets. We use Roll20 for our maps, and we use Beyond 20 to sync our D&D Beyond and our Roll20 accounts together. So it's a lot of information, so I wanted to walk you through step by step just to make it easier. If anyone is interested in joining, we will go over this in person as well, but it's a lot to get into, so we wanted to make sure that this is something you would be even interested in doing. I can't believe people are interested in joining our D&D campaign, but we actually have some people that are like, yes, we want in, and we don't have enough spots to give everybody a spot on our D&D team. But we've been talking about making NPCs with these people that don't make the cut for schedule reasons or for whatever reasons, but we cannot express how thankful we are for you guys. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So welcome to Frankly I Don't Give a Fork's channel. Just some ground rules that we do need to go over. We are a growing channel, so we want to thank all of our wonderful viewers, our followers, and our subscribers. We could not have made it to Twitch affiliate or where we are now without you. With that said, we're still learning as we go, and we do have some new segments that are in the works. We will update the schedule as they are ready to air, so keep an eye out on our Discord and our Twitch schedules. If you're watching on Twitch, please follow and subscribe. If you're watching us on YouTube, please like and subscribe. This really helps us out. We are a safe and supportive community that supports all walks of life, creed, religion, and sexuality. We ask that there's to be no hate speech of any kind. If so, your comments will be deleted, and after 3 strikes, you will be removed from the community. So just stay safe, guys. This being said, if you have any questions about maps, interpretations of certain D&D rules, requests for certain next reading source materials, or a topic for something wicked, please email us at I almost gave my personal email address out. Please email us at franklyidon'tgiveafork@gmail.com, or leave a message in our Discord section, and we will be sure to leave a link in the description below. Some new updates. We do have a beautiful segment for our Legion D&D campaign, and I'm sure you guys have heard it by now. If not, go check it out. The music was composed by our very own Pidge 314. We are now working with them, so we will be able to have some new commissions available soon for you to make a better viewing experience for you. So Pidge 314 has a SoundCloud available for you to listen to their creations, so please go and visit. They'll be posting new work soon. It's on our About Us page if you're interested. If you're interested in supporting us, we have a few options for this. First, link your Amazon page to your Twitch account, and Amazon will pay us. You get Twitch Prime Gaming as an added bonus, and you can every month choose who to support at no cost to you. You can choose to get more emotes with us, or you can spread the joy to other creators. Some other options that we have is to help support us to join our Patreon page, where you can support us for free or to $1 as much as you want to pay. This gets you private access to our Patreon section in our Discord, where you'll have the ability to vote on what merch you want next and physical merchandise for you. Regardless of what you can do, please join our Discord server. This is the best thing you can do. It's free, and we get more interaction, one-on-one interaction with you. This is where you can sign up to become a player. This is where you can sign up to become a moderator. Ooh, how rude of me. I should have silenced my phone. I am sorry. Doing so now. There we go. So this is where you can become a moderator, where you can post travel pictures. We have a travel section where you can post all your beautiful pictures. We have some that was just posted by a member from Africa that was absolutely gorgeous. We have a lot of ways to interact with you, and we want to build a community. We don't want it just to be we're broadcasting out and we don't get to connect with you guys. So that is our goal, and that's the best thing you can do to help support us. Our Twitch schedule, it has changed again, so do keep in mind we have a player, one of our people, they are in roller derby, so we have arranged our schedule to accommodate this. So we have a plethora of segments here, so be sure to join us for Maha Mondays on Mondays, Wednesdays, or Sundays, depending on what day strikes their fancy, 8 p.m. Eastern. And this is where they have been playing Valheim for some time now. They have just defeated the dragon boss, and their castle is amazing. And they don't die too often, so be sure to join them in support. Map making with Emily's Tuesdays at 3:45 p.m. Eastern. There I create the maps you see for our Legion D&D session, walk you how to create your very own map. There will be a free copy available in our Discord for what we create together. If you are interested in the maps with more features, all maps created will be available for free download on our Patreon. There you'll be able to get the map with 10 different variations and help support our channel. Maps will include squares, hexes, and no grid lines with day and night lighting effects available for each of them, and separate PNG assets that can be uploaded and movable on your Roll20 map, just to create a little bit more diversity for your players. Legion D&D Let's Play on Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern now. Here you can follow along with the group as we have just made it to Helena and are now searching for our lost guide. Be sure to grab yourself a festive drink and come join us in the chat sections and help us out with the polling. So that'll be tomorrow now. Matanzo speaks every other Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Join Francisco as he reads Mary Shelley Frankenstein, The True Story. And then on the off Saturdays, every other Saturday, the B-List, Saturday at 7:30 p.m., where people can either laugh at Fran as he plays badly, or we'll find some hidden gems so that you don't have to spend your hard-earned money on a game that you're not sure if you would want. The last session that we played was Potato Man Seeks the Truth. Truth. So help us decide what he's playing next based on the following clues in our Discord server. Someone certainly perishes, or rouse, and give them the finger. If you're able to guess what those hints, what games those correlate to, you'll be gifted up to 100 points each in our Discord server, up to 300 points. So be sure to get your guess in soon. That'll be coming up, I believe, this Saturday? I get them mixed up, which one is which. And A Sip of Zanaris is coming back Sunday, April 3rd, where Daniel will be reading his 800-page Moby Dick. He has abridged his very own version to make it less tedious on you guys. And something to keep an eye out, Something Wicked This Way Comes, where we go over wicked times in history, or just curiosities in this interview-based segment. We are looking to find some professors, speakers, and other professionals to make this the best segment that we can offer for you guys. So if you have any wicked suggestions or people we need to interview, message us on Discord or send us an email. Again, that is at, make sure I don't give you my personal one this time, frankly, I don't give a fork at gmail.com. And that is in our description down below. So thank you guys so much. Now you can see on my page that we have Roll20 up. Now, like I said earlier, we use Roll20 for our map making. Let me see, why am I getting pinged? Okay, no audio issues, good. We use Roll20 for our, basically all of our campaigns, our official and unofficial ones. Our current official one is Haunted House, and this is the one that Daniel has created. But let's go to Roll20, let's sign out. So when you come here to Roll20, roll20.net, you want to create an account. Very simple to do. I like to check off I don't want the newsletter because they do tend to spam a fair bit. So just a warning. So let me sign in. Okay, so when you come in, there is a free version available to you, and then there is also premium levels. All you need for any of to become a player, all you need is the free version of everything. If you want to be a DM and you have the extra funds, I would highly recommend getting the premium. It allows you to use custom API coding. It allows you to have some more interactive stuff with your players, and allows more maximum uploads that you're allowed. So I highly recommend it if you want to be a DM. But as a player, you do not need it. You get all of those benefits from the DM themselves. So if you were to join our campaign, you get the premium benefits. So I just got a text message. Okay, let's see. So let's start in. When you join, your games will be here. Once you accept the invite that we send out to you guys, you will be inside a campaign. You can either click the launch game, that'll bring you directly to it, or you can click on the Haunted House Daniel's campaign to get more information about it. Now, you have this. So this is one of the premium features. It's a very small detail. You get a movable background. They do have different types. Like, let's see, this should be saying 5E, D&D 5E. This is a little bit sparse because we don't really use Roll20 for anything other than the maps. We don't use it for our character sheet. So these are all of our current players and auditionees. So let's launch the game. Okay. Roll20 will take a little bit to load up, especially since we have larger maps. So do keep that in mind. I do not make small very well at all. So when you load into your Roll20, you will automatically be zoomed in, not to the maximum, but you'll be zoomed in too far where you will not be able to see the full screen. So when we're on our splash welcome page, you will see this zoom out to see the full screen, just to remind you. If you are never on the splash page, you will not have that written warning. So to do that, you can come over here to this scale bar and press the minus button, or you can hold down the control and use the wheel button. Make sure that you're over the map to do that, or else if you're over the gray, it will change the size of your zoomed in of your browser rather than the map itself. So make sure you're hovering over the map. So this is our splash page. Now, to control different things, you can either use the scroll bars at the bottom of the page, which can be a little, there's that, you can do that, or you can right click the image and just drag it along. The only issue with that is if you drag it off the map, it still thinks that you're dragging, so you need to right click on the map itself to release it. So, and zooming in, Lucy is champion, if anyone has been with us since when this happened. I have to update the schedule, but these are our current characters and NPCs. Let's see, some basic things. Now, you're seeing a lot more options here. These are all what the DM has available. So I'm going to actually load in as a player so you will see what your screen looks like. So, rejoin as player. Take a moment. I'll take a sip of my tea. And my beautiful tiefling mug. Okay, so let's zoom out and right click and move around. So we have a limited amount of things that we can do here. The first one is our pointer. We can either select to click on things if we have a token, like over here, to move it, or we can use the pan view, which allows us to left click to move rather than right click. Let's see. The paintbrush tool allows you to draw shapes. These are the outside. This is the inside fill. It allows you to do what thickness you want. If you have an area effect, but let's say you have a circular area effect. There is no circle, only square that is shown as an option. To do a circle, you hold down the control button. Oh, no, not the control button. It'll be the alt button. There we go. Holding down shift does nothing to keep it perfectly square. Well, 90 degree. So if you're used to Photoshop, Krita, Corel Painter, that is not going to work. Let's see. Freehand allows you to draw, of course, freehand, and it does. Oh, that's a scary bird. It does allow you to hook up to a tablet. So if you have a tablet, you're able to link it up here and actually draw with it on screen. I haven't done it since its last update, but I'm pretty sure they kept it. That is horrifying. Okay, if you want to delete this, now let's say this little box I made here, you have to click on it, or you can click and drag to highlight, and then just simply press delete. The smaller it is, the more difficult it is to delete it. If you were like, oh no, I did not want to do that, Control Z does work only for the DM, not apparently for the players. Good to know. Let's see, we have our Polygon Lines that allows us to do just like Photoshop, Krita. Text will always start this size no matter how much you drag it. You have to go in here and adjust the size to be whatever you want, and it will automatically adjust for you. So it is a little bit different from Photoshop, so just something to be aware of. Magnifying here is also available to zoom in. This is the one that you will find the most useful. Let us say, here's my token over here. Come here, number 2. Let's say some of our maps will not have grids on them because they are not to scale. So I will make sure that when I create a map, I have it to scale for our tokens, but not for the grid. So let's say I have to get over to Rory. I don't know how far that is. So since there is snapping to a center, it would snap to literally the center of my token. Actually, I think because there's no square, if there was a grid, it would snap to the center of the grid. If there was a hexagon, it would snap to the corner, or if there's no grid on, there's no snapping. So let's say he can move 60 feet, I think. Well, I think 130 feet total Tabaxi can move if with dashing. So that is 92 feet away. 98, 91, depending on where it is. You're able to tell. Now, when counting movement, we don't really count the center because you're in a 5-foot square, so at the edge of it is where you would start. Throwing a lot of information at you guys. I don't expect you guys to memorize this. This is just a quick little walkthrough. So that will tell you, now automatically will tell you how far it is, but it will also show you and the DM and all the other players what your plan is. If you don't want them to know what you're up to, click the hide from others and they won't be able to see it. You just have to be mindful that you would have to put it back if you want to show them eventually. Now this is where you can roll dice in here, and it'll roll over here. We don't typically use this. We use the DnD Beyond and then link it with the Beyond 20, but that is an option. Again, the little question mark shortcut reference. If you have any questions about what you can do, Control Copy, Control C, Control V for copying and pasting. Let's see, cutting and pasting. Let's say I want to click this. You can delete your token. Oh yes, we'll get into that in a moment. You can delete your token. Don't recommend it. Can't undo it as a player. So I'll have to get him back later. So let's grab Maha. So you'll notice when you click on the tokens, you have a few options here. You have these 3 bubbles. So in Roll20, normally you would have your character sheet linked up, and it would have your health, your HP, your armor class, and whatnot. So these bubbles are available to use for whatever you want. Like if you know that you have 11 temporary hit points, you can put that there. You do have to press enter for it to register. You have 50 HP, and these numbers can be for whatever you want it to be. we don't use them typically, but if you have some memory issues, like I have memory issues, I will use them to remember I've already taken 5 feet for my my movement, so that means I have 25 left. Down here, you'll notice there's a little glass option. These are all of your emotes that you can apply. Now, there's not a specific meaning for everyone, but like if you're dead, we use this one a lot for if you're dead. You got an X through it. If you're poisoned, put a little bit of green on you. If you're slowed down, a little clock, trapped, all these different things. And you can stack as many as you want. They'll just keep going, just getting smaller and smaller. You'd have to zoom in to see them, but they are there, and they don't blur out as you zoom in, so that is nice. Another really cool feature is this gear icon here. We, of course, will show, okay, the DM will make it available so the name will show on the bottom. So let's say you have a torch. Let's get out of this and go to a darker section of the map. Darker section, right over here. So let's say, one thing that you're doing, you're seeing all this. So when I click on a token, I can so I'm holding down left mouse button. I can right click to get automatic measuring tool. Then I can right click again to set waypoints. Let's see, Control Z, I believe it was. No. There was a command. Shortcut reference. Control U, add turn for select object, switch to map layer. I have it written down somewhere. We'll get into that in a second. Yeah, I'll look into that in a second. I'll show you how to do that later. Okay, so Maha has all these effects. Let's say Maha, as being a tabaxi, has amazing eyesight, but let's say they grab a torch. Right here we have a radius. A torch is 30 for bright, and it gives off bright light. This now, the torch is lighting up this, but if you are used to using a torch in 5th edition, it also gives off dim lighting. So let's get here and put this to a darker yellow. And it'll give dim lighting up to an additional 30 feet. So we have to set it to 60 feet. This is what Maha is able to see with their torch. The bright yellow being the bright light, and then dim light. So this is what they are able to see with their torch, which is pretty cool. Now, it can also work well if, let's say, 0. Let's say we get splashed with acid. That would be terrible, but let's say Maha gets splashed with acid. That is, so I actually have to put it on, let's put it for 1 foot. Now Maha it's a representation that Maha has acid on them. Let's see. Other things to know, if you wanted to roll something, /roll, you can type 1d20, it'll roll here, or you can just click on the dice over here and it'll automatically roll for you. Let's see, let me get my notes up because I did write some notes down, like I came prepared. Okay, this is for the DM side of things. We'll go into the premium, what benefits you get from premium in a minute. Starting the game, navigating, we have gone over the game is being launched. Gear cog, oh right, over here you'll notice that there's all these different other options here. If you have not been on Roll20 before, where it says frankly my name, which can be dragged about to move it out of the way, and this color can be changed to whatever I want it to be changed to. Holding down the left click button will ping, so the DM and other players know where I'm talking about. But when you automatically sign in for your first time, you will have video and audio that will be broadcasting from here. So if you are logged into Discord and here as well, you'll be broadcasting from both places, which will cause a repeat effect. So to get rid of that, we scroll down here to, here we go, voice, audio, and chat options. We want to have no video audio. Audio output will be 0 and zeroed out here because we have said none. Chat tech, none. Some other things here. Enable 3D dice is if you want to roll, let's say dice here, roll it, and it will actually roll a die in here, just like beyond 20. Get rid of that. Enable chat avatars, alphabetical tokens. I think that's all that we really use from here in the gear. These are jukebox. We use Discord for music, so that way our audience can hear it as well. But here we have, under the little newspaper, you can get little Death of Emperor. This is a picture that Daniel wanted to show his players. So we have that saved in our journal here. That is something that he wanted us to see specifically. Let's see, what else do we have? Just giving you a token. We'll get you set up with a token at when the time comes. The on-screen buttons, went over those. Chat bubbles, yep. Ah, here we go. Show bigger version. Okay. Shift hold your mouse button, force players to ping. Yes. Oh yes, to rotate your tokens. Let's say you're not facing the right way. You can click on it and you'll notice this little blue line up here. You can rotate it. You can also hold down, I think it's, what is it? I forget which control it is. There's a command you can use. Did I write it down? I don't think I did. Shift, hold your mouse button, force players, yep. E and mouse wheel. You hold down the E button when it's clicked, and you can rotate it. There we go. I did write it down. That's good. If you have grids, your character will automatically snap to the grid. If you don't want it to be inside the grid, you want to hold down your Alt button and then move it, and you can move it wherever you want. This is a good moment where we're going to take a break, and I will be right back, and we'll go over premiums counts next. Be right back. Hey everyone, welcome back. I want to take a moment to get to the premium section without showing all my personal information. So, thanks for holding on there for a second. So, as mentioned, you can get premium. I would only recommend this if you are interested in being a DM. As a player, you get all the stuff that players would have. Hello there. Welcome, new visitors. We have a couple of options. So for a base one, it's absolutely free. You get 100 megabytes of upload storage. That means all of your maps that you upload, they have to be 10 megabytes or less. That means that you are allowed only 10 maps in a game, or split between multiple games that you have. I usually, my maps, when I'm finished making them, come to be about 30 megabytes. So I have to go in and edit it down to without losing any of the losing any of the pixel density of it, or not density. What is the word I'm looking for? Abusing the pixel, I guess is what I'll say. So I have to go and make sure that it's small enough to get into Roll20 without losing any of its integrity. So I will walk you through that on a later episode of how to do DM stuff. But since this is mostly just for our new players that are interested in joining or trying out, the free account is all that you will need. You will have ads. They won't get in the way of things. But some really nice things that it does allow you to have, you can look for a group. If you joined our Discord server, you will notice that we have a looking for group, looking for players, looking for DMs. They have one on Roll20 that is massive. For every active campaign that is looking for a group, you'll have access to looking into to see if that's something you would like to apply to. I have the pro account. The difference between the two is not that much. Custom character sheets, we don't even use the character sheets in Roll20, so technically, if we didn't have developer server access, that is what I would choose. But I like making APIs for my tokens, so if I have Town Guard, that will go on an automatic route. Just automatically, the tokens will move automatically on their own. So I don't have to worry about that. They're doing their Town Guard stuff. So that way my players have more of a sense. I don't have to be sitting there moving all of the tokens to create a world for them. That just automatically happens with the API. So for the API, I find that alone and the uploads, those are worth it enough for me to pay the extra amount. Now, you will notice on my games, I share the wealth. I have so many campaigns here. Some active, some not active. I will create a game and then I will make someone else a DM so that they can get my added benefits. I don't know if that's technically allowed. Maybe I shouldn't be advertising that I'm doing that, but that's something that I do. Don't be mad, Roll20. So some other fun things they have, this is where you can actively seek out other games. I was looking for World of Darkness, Pathfinder, Mutants and Masterminds, and 3.5 at the time. So this is for if I were looking for 5e right now. I can put that in, type it in, and then press enter. And anyone who is actively looking for players for 5e, they can message me. I'm giving them permission to message me now. Let's see, you can put in what you enjoy playing. You can also opt out of the directory if I don't want anyone to email me without permission. I don't mind having that, but I am currently not looking for any, so I will get rid of that. My lovely avatar. So let's see, some little backstory about Roll20. It was actually created by 3 college friends that they were going to be graduating soon, and they decided to create this, and they asked for 4,000 on Kickstarter, I believe it was, and they ended up getting, I don't know, like 40,000 was it? It was incredibly I think Roll20 was browser based, 3 students, they graduated. They were asking for 5,000 and they made 40,000. And then in 2016, Wizards of the Coast, they were able to get a licensing agreement with it. So that means in the marketplace, let's go browse. This is definitely more geared towards the DM section. I won't go too far into it because I could talk about this for hours. If you are an artist, you can create art assets, tokens that can be purchased, and you get a portion of the sale. I've done that before. It creeps up on you like a few pennies. They'll come just rolling in for each sale. Especially the modern stuff was a lot in animal tokens. But now they have a ton of different modules. They have, like, if you were to click on this, some are amazing, absolutely amazing, and they'll be broadcast. I have not actually gotten this one, but I do love the sci-fi. Oh, it's gorgeous. Like, I might have to actually get this because this is actually really gorgeous. Yeah, okay, getting distracted. But you can actually buy things there. Copy from developer. Let's see. Access to developer server. Again, this is more for, oh, look, you now have my personal email. Dang it. Okay. I get lots of emails from spammers. Please don't. But yeah, that's... I should have. Yes, I know. I need to log in. What do you mean it's incorrect? It is not incorrect. Okay, well, the developers for the API there, let's go to play a game. Stop saying it. I was just signed in. Causing issues. Okay, then. We'll just go to join a game. You're not going to let me, are you? Huh. Development server function. That is an error that's coming up. Okay. So that's something that, if you ever come across something like this, you can actually report it under tools, report a bug. No, where is it? I think you actually have to be signed in to report a bug. But I guess this is where I will leave you. I will be making a D&D Beyond character sheet in a few minutes, walking you through for what you need to do for Legion, and then we'll be installing the Beyond 20. So keep an eye out for those. This will be coming soon. Thank you for stopping by. I know I had a few viewers. Sorry it wasn't a map making session, but equally important for our new players. So thank you again